But anyway, it's Qualita, Qualana, and Moya, and we are Build a Sister Up. Um, and we come to you every Tuesdays and Thursdays from, it was 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but we changed it around. We'll be on, and we're on today. Um, but once again, it's on. And we have another 10-minute talk topic, which is a great one. You know, we always come to you with a nice little, and we have another 10-minute talk, and we're going to shout it out to you. Shout it out, shout it out, shout our block out. So I'll turn it over to the lovely ladies, and they'll tell you what our 10-minute talk is today.
All right, the 10-minute talk is, what would you prefer, assisted living or in-home care? And I guess I'll go first. For me, I would prefer in-home care when I get older. I like to spend time with my family, but I only have one child. So it kind of makes me think, do I want to put all of that pressure on him to take care of me? Yes, I do. So yes, I would still go with in-home care. Like I said, I just would love to spend the rest of my days around family, family that I'm aware of and that I know and that I'm accustomed to. So for me, I would choose home care. Now, if it's some circumstances that requires me to be in assisted living, then unfortunately we'll have to go that route. Now, I did hear that it's a shortage. There's a lot of beds available for people in assisted living to go to assisted livings, but there's a shortage of workers, which is very unfortunate. Because if you have the beds but don't have the workers, that can be very overwhelming for people to take care of you in assisted living. So I guess I would rather just have a loved one take care of me than my own family than assisted living.
So I'll go next. I prefer in-home care. In-home care can also include a in-home caretaker. If you have the ability and you start planning it now, you can have insurance that pays for that to have someone in the home 24/7 in addition to your family. But if you don't want to put the burden on your family, if you may have a family member that's busy, or even if you don't have children yet, you can provide for those things with the way you live your life now, meaning you financially provide for that in the future. Store away some money, look into different plans, look into all the ways you can actually take care of yourself in the future now. Don't wait until 30 years from now to start planning for how you'll actually be taking care of yourself. And that also goes for your funeral arrangements. And that's meaning that you don't want your family members to have to find money to pay for your funeral when they're also grieving your loss. But you plan now for the future so that your future days can be better for yourself and those around you. But in regards to the question, I would definitely say at-home care.
See, I agree with you. I would, I prefer in-home care if I had a choice. In my own home, I wouldn't want to be in my child, because I only have one child too. I wouldn't want to be in my child's home. I would want to be in my own home because I wouldn't want to put that burden on her. So I would prefer to have an aide come and assist. If the aide had to stay 24 hours a day or whatever the case is, I would prefer that, because I wouldn't want to put that burden on anybody. I want to put it, well, I was going to say I want to put the burden on somebody that's getting paid for it, but that sounds terrible. That sounds so terrible. You don't want to put the burden on anybody, but I would prefer, actually, I would prefer to stay at home by myself and take care of myself. But, things happen. You know what I'm saying? Things happen.
Yeah.
So I just pray that, as I get older, I'm able to care for myself, and I wouldn't need anybody. But we all need somebody, we all need somebody. So that's my stake, and I'm sticking to it. with my gravy.
All right,
Mhm.
well, Alice Webb said in-home care, Akira said in-home care, and I'd hire home health aide so that the family doesn't psychologically struggle with it. And I love that. You're also in hiring help to come in. Tramilla said, great topic. I work in this field. I would prefer in-home care. People live longer in familiar settings, and that is true. Kira also said
Mm.
assisted living can lead to loved ones feeling mentally and spiritually being facilitated. The soul needs to make its passing graciously, and that is true. It's needed for the soul. Tramilla also says definitely a shortage of quality, okay, quality caring caregivers, and that is so true.
Mhm.
Wanda said treat people now how you would want to be treated later. And Akira said they aren't paid well, hence the shortage. And that's so true. Unfortunately, they just aren't paid well. Now I do know it was in the news that they were offering, I think it was like normally it was like $16 an hour to have a particular home assisted living job, but they raised it to $20 an hour. And it was interesting because they said jobs as well as Amazon and Walmart has also raised their minimum wage. So it's like they're competing with Amazon and all of these other jobs that have also increased their minimum wage. So it's definitely, tough because again, it is the quality that you're looking for when you want to choose assisted living, because you want to make sure your loved ones are being taken care of.
Right. Also, too, when you're in the facilities in the nursing home or any assisted living or whatever, a lot of times family members don't come and visit you. To me, that is very pressing on the individual itself, because they want to see people, they want to be talked to. So it is so important, regardless if you decide to be in home or at a nursing home, you should, go and see that person, talk to that person, if not every day, every other day or something, because people need people.
That is true. Sometimes I guess it's like out of sight, out of mind, which is kind of tough, to have that type of perspective when it comes to a family member. You know what I mean? It
Right.
is great to go ahead and see them because it's needed.
That's true.
It said that's a nightmare wage in New York. HHA's home health aides need $25 minimum. I definitely agree.
Mhm.
They should definitely increase their minimum wage.
Of
It'll
course.
also help with the attitude and motivation. The aid plus is caring for your loved ones. The people have to live, the people have to live what they do, love what they do.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely I agree with you, Akira. I think that it should be the minimum wage should definitely be increased for that motivation. You know what I mean? If you paid more, sometimes you want to work harder, and you give that momentum to employees so that they can work harder. Tramilla also said, very true, Qualita Cardi. You shouldn't throw the person who cared for you away, and that's so true. You just don't want to, throw them for somebody else to take care of, and forget about them. And like Wanda said, you just want to treat people now how you want to be treated when you get older, because you never know what we're going to go through, what circumstance we're going to be in.
Yeah. I mean, this topic came up because I just had I was visiting somebody in the hospital, and the person next door, they actually was calling for Jim, whoever Jim was. She was an elderly lady, and I'm just thinking that Jim probably was her husband, and she kept saying, Jim, Jim, where are you? And the doctors and nurse would come in and just talk to her, and I would say, hi, how you doing? And then she would go back to ask for Jim. So I was just sitting there thinking, all of us are going to get older one day. So everybody that still has their right mind and we're able to get up and run and play, we still have to think about the elderly people, because we're going to get there ourselves. And just don't treat them any old type of way, because like that lady, even though she was forgetting, or she was thinking Jim was there, whoever Jim was, she needed that person, or that person could be dead and gone, I'm not sure. But That's where this topic came from. It was just on my heart to, let people know that we do need to look on our elderly and also think too, we're going to get older ourselves. So
It's definitely
it.
something to think about for our future. So that was a great topic, Carlisa. Akira said retire in Hawaii. That would be
Oh,
blissful. And he also said they're full of healthcare jobs and nothing better than the ocean and tropical weather. That would be lovely to be in Hawaii.
yeah.
But yes, Carlisa, that was a very good topic. So that
Yeah.
completes our 10-minute topic with BASSUP. Thank you to everyone who's commented, who's joined us for our 10-minute talk. As always, it makes our 10-minute talk so much better when you all listen in and join us. As always, just remember, if you want to come back and watch the replay and you missed the 10-minute talk while we were live, you can go ahead and comment, leave your comment down below, and we'll like it, listen to it. Well, we won't listen to it, but we will read it.
And Shamela said, wonderful topic, ladies. Thank you. Thank you all for watching.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank
honey.
you. Thank you. And as always, remember to
And
build
gentlemen.
bold, build brilliant, build better, build a brother up, build a sister up.
Bye.
Bye.